Last summer, I did something that genuinely annoyed my wife. I bought the same product twice. Not because I forgot I already had it, not because I needed a backup. I bought the same product twice. One version at $64 and one at $7. Because I'd had an argument with a guy at a bike night in Nashville that I couldn't stop thinking about. His name was Terry, retired auto industry engineer, 40 years of materials science background, rides a beautifully kept 2018 BMW R1250 GS that he services himself down to the last bolt. And Terry's position, stated with the calm, unshakable confidence of someone who has spent a career actually testing materials rather than reading marketing copy, was that the premium motorcycle care products most American riders spend serious money on are, in his words, mostly the same chemistry in a fancier bottle. I pushed back. I told him brand matters. I told him professional grade products exist for a reason. I cited the premium chain lube I'd been using for 2 years that cost $22 a can. Terry looked at me the way a patient teacher looks at a student who's just said something confidently incorrect. "Have you tested it?" he said, "or have you just read the label?" I drove home that night thinking about how to prove Terry wrong. What I found over the following 6 months was more complicated than I expected. Some premium products genuinely justified their price. Some were almost indistinguishable from alternatives that cost a fraction as much. And some of the cheap alternatives were in several measurable ways better than the expensive products they competed against. These are those results.
Before we get into specifics, here's how I ran these tests. Every comparison was conducted on the same bike, my 2019 Kawasaki Z650, over the same riding conditions. I used each product for a minimum of 500 miles before evaluating results. Where possible, I used objective measures, chain wear gauge readings, tire tread depth measurements, paint contamination particle counts using a clay bar test, battery voltage readings. Where objective measurement wasn't practical, I used side-by-side visual comparison, photographed in consistent lighting. No sponsorships, no free products, no brand relationships. I bought everything myself at retail prices from AutoZone, Walmart, Revzilla, and Amazon. Every price I quote is what I actually paid. Test 1. Chain lube. $22 Motul chain paste versus $6 WD-40 Specialist chain lube. This is the one that started the whole conversation with Terry, and it's going to be the most controversial result for premium product loyalists. I ran Motul chain paste on my chain for 800 miles across city commuting and weekend highway riding. Measured chain wear with a chain wear indicator at the start and end of the period. Checked for fling, the residue chain lube throws onto the rear wheel and swing arm during operation. Evaluated lubrication consistency by checking chain feel and sound at the 400-mile midpoint. Then I degreased the chain completely, let it dry for 24 hours, and ran the WD-40 Specialist through the same 800-mile protocol with identical measurements. Results. Chain wear rate was statistically identical between the two products. Both lubricated effectively through the full 800 miles with no audible chain dryness at the midpoint check. The Motul produced meaningfully less fling, with noticeably cleaner wheel and swing arm surfaces at the end of the test period. The WD-40 Specialist produced more fling than I'd have liked, but still lubricated the chain effectively throughout. Verdict. If fling bothers you, and it does on a clean bike, the Motul's $22 is somewhat justified. If you're primarily concerned with chain protection and less concerned about wheel cleanliness, the $6 WD-40 Specialist does the job with no measurable wear difference. For most American riders maintaining a commuter bike, the cheaper product is entirely adequate. For a prized weekend machine you detail regularly, the premium product owns part of its price difference. Winner on value, WD-40 Specialist, with a caveat. Test 2. Chain cleaner. $18 Maxima chain cleaner versus $4 Kerosene from the hardware store. Terry specifically mentioned this one in Nashville. I thought he was joking. Kerosene has been used as a mechanical degreaser since before motorcycles existed. It's a petroleum distillate that dissolves grease and oil effectively without being aggressive enough to attack the rubber O-rings in modern sealed chains, which, as it turns out, is the exact same functional requirement that $18 motorcycle chain cleaners are formulated to meet.
I ran both products on identical sections of chain with the same contamination level, same application method, same agitation, same rinse procedure. The Maxima cleaner worked faster. Contamination dissolved in about 60% of the contact time required by the Kerosene. The Kerosene eventually achieved the same result with slightly more application time. O-ring condition was indistinguishable between the two after 10 cleaning cycles. The practical difference for most riders is $14 per bottle across a year of regular chain maintenance. Multiplied over a riding lifetime, that's a meaningful sum for a functionally equivalent result. Verdict: Kerosene wins on value with no meaningful performance penalty for riders willing to take the extra minute. Winner? Kerosene. Terry was right, and I told him so.
Test 3. Bike wash soap.
$16 Meguiar's motorcycle wash versus $4 Dawn dish soap. This is the debate that lives in every motorcycle forum in America and never gets resolved because most people argue opinion rather than results. I tested both over 10 wash cycles each, using appropriate dilution ratios for each product, the same wash mitts, rinse procedure, and drying method. After each cycle, I measured paint contamination with a clay bar and evaluated wax integrity with a water beading test on a freshly waxed panel. Here's what the data showed. Dawn removes wax measurably faster than the Meguiar's wash. After 5 wash cycles with Dawn on a freshly waxed surface, water beading had reduced by approximately 40% compared to baseline. After 5 cycles with Meguiar's, beading reduction was approximately 12%. Cleaning effectiveness. Actual removal of road grime, bug residue, and brake dust was identical between the two products. Dawn did not damage paint. It did not cause oxidation. It cleaned perfectly. The difference is entirely in wax preservation. If you wax regularly, every 8 to 12 weeks, Dawn's more aggressive wax stripping is irrelevant because you're maintaining the coat consistently anyway. If you wax once a season and want that coat to last, Meguiar's is worth its $12 price premium. Winner? Context dependent. The first honest tie in the test series.
Test 4. Plastic Restorer. $14 Meguiar's PlasticX versus $5 Petroleum Jelly. This one surprised me more than any other result in the entire series. Petroleum Jelly, standard Vaseline, available at every Walmart pharmacy for $4 to $5, has a small but passionate following among experienced detailers as a plastic restoration product. The theory is that it reintroduces oils into oxidized plastic surfaces in a way that temporarily restores depth and color. I tested both on panels from the same bike. Identical fade level, identical sun exposure history, identical surface preparation before application. PlasticX produced a deeper, more consistent restoration with better longevity. The surface treated with PlasticX still looked significantly better than baseline after 30 days. The Petroleum Jelly produced a more dramatic immediate result, honestly more dramatic than PlasticX on first application, which I did not expect, but that result faded significantly faster. Verdict: PlasticX wins on durability and is worth its $14 for any restoration you want to last. Petroleum Jelly is a reasonable emergency option before a bike show this weekend if longevity isn't a concern. Winner: Meguiar's PlasticX. Premium product earns its price here. Test 5. Engine oil. $12 Castrol Power One versus $28 Motul 7100 Full Synthetic. Both oils are appropriate viscosity for my Kawasaki specification. Both meet JSO MA2 certification, the standard confirming an oil is safe for wet clutch motorcycle applications. One costs $12 per quart. One costs $28. I ran each oil for a full 3,000-mile change interval, measuring engine temperature at identical operating conditions at the start and end of each interval, evaluating oil condition at drain, and assessing clutch feel throughout. Operating temperature at the end of the interval was 4 degrees Fahrenheit higher with the Castrol, within normal variation and not operationally significant. Clutch feel was marginally more consistent with the Motul through aggressive riding. Oil condition at drain was similar between the two, with the Motul showing slightly less visual darkening. Both oils protected my engine adequately within their normal change interval. The Motul's advantages become more meaningful in 3 specific situations: extended change intervals beyond 3,000 miles, extreme heat in American Southwest summer riding, and high-performance engines running near their thermal limits regularly. For a commuter bike on normal change intervals, the $12 Castrol does the job the $28 Motul does with no measurable difference in protection. Winner? Castrol for most American riders. Motul for those pushing limits.
Here's the summary Terry was waiting for. Chain lube, cheap wins with a caveat. Chain cleaner, cheap wins cleanly. Wash soap, tie, depending on habits. Plastic restore, premium wins. Engine oil, cheap wins for most riders. The honest answer to whether expensive products are worth it is the same answer that applies to most things in life. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And the only way to know the difference is to stop reading labels and start testing results. Your bike doesn't care about marketing. It cares about whether the product does its job. Now you know which ones do. If these results just saved you money on your next product purchase, hit that like button and subscribe. Next week, we're testing 5 tire pressure gauges from $4 to $45 to find out whether the expensive ones are actually more accurate or whether you're just paying for the box. See you then.